Welcome to Podcast, the Business of Dentistry podcast, brought to you by Practice Plan. Podcast delivers the best business advice, real-life stories, and practical hints and tips to make your practice a more profitable and sustainable business. And now, here's your host.
Hello, I am Amy Hansford, a Regional Support Manager at Practice Plan. Welcome to today's podcast. Today we welcome Ulrika Skalberg from Teeth on the Heath. Hi, Ulrika.
Hi.
I wanted to have a chat today just to see your success, because I've noticed with my territory, your practice really stands out as growing fantastically well over the last few years. And quite often practices will say to me, are there practices in your area that are doing particularly well, and what's the magic? So if we can have a chat around that today, that would be fabulous. And to start, I thought I'd ask you the question, how long have you guys been with Practice Plan? And maybe perhaps a little bit about your journey thus far?
Yeah, I mean, my husband and I, we've been associates at Teeth on the Heath for over 15 years. Associate 8 years, and then we bought it 9 years ago, but we've been there for 15 years. And there was always been planned patients in the practice. But when we were associated, it was kind of very slow growing, nothing happened much. But when we bought it, we thought, we believe in this, we want to promote that. And it has grown incredibly well. And I think a lot also after COVID, when all the practice had all the patients coming in, wanted a dentist, and then we had the plan set up and the logistics around it. So people just signed up.
Yeah, excellent. Because I know I can remember when I first came on board and started to work with the practice, you had about 900 patients on plan. And fast forward a few years, you've got 2,500, which is amazing. And I can also remember when we sat together not that long ago to celebrate your 2,000 mark.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2.5.
Yeah, I know.
So you're a fully private practice, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're situated above a doctor's.
Yeah.
And the demographic of your area, it's kind of mixed, isn't it?
Mixed. It's not, it's very mixed. I think it's a lot of family who kind of, they want, the health is important for them, oral health.
Yeah.
So it's not loads of money, but it's people who are stable. But then people come from, further afield as well into the practice.
Yeah.
So it's very mixed.
Yeah. I think some of the success is making sure you've got the right product, because I know we've changed some plans over the time, haven't we? We've added plans. So I think there's now like a fit for most of your patients. Definitely. And if you're aiming to get most of your patients onto plan, you've got that patient plan that you've kind of grown, haven't you, over time to suit kind of everybody at the practice.
Yeah. I think we've got five different plans. So from annual with 6 monthlies, and then plans in between with more hygienes involved. So
Okay, what do you think you would say is the magic to that growth? Because when I look at your figures, you're growing by 20-30 a month every month. And that is quite phenomenal practice growth from a private practice. What do you think your magic is?
I think since like I said, when we bought it, and we want to really promote the plan, and our practice is all about the plan. So we haven't, the minority are fee per item paying, but most people on the plan, and a lot of patients come from a recommendation of friends and family, and we talk about the plan to all the patients, highlight the benefits. We inform, the new patient, existing private patients, but we don't push, just steadily bring it up over and over again. And I think you need to kind of invest in people and give them time. Some people they need to think about it. They don't really buy it at first. They think it's a bit of I don't know what they think sometimes. I don't know. They just don't see it. And they try to calculate, but it's not much saving. I said, but we got a lot of other benefits. For example, you are like the priority of our practice. And then a lot of our new patients already know about the plan because they have seen on our website. There's a lot of information there, and it's all about the plan. And also when we have inquiries from new patients, the reply email is focusing on the plan and information of the practice. And then, of course, we got great templates from Practice Plan that they
Fabulous.
provided. Yes. And I think we're also very consistent. We keep up the recall list, so contacting patients who hasn't been in to make sure they, get what they're paying for. So
Absolutely.
we try to really look after the plan patients.
Yeah, because it's all about creating that club, isn't it? That membership, and
Yeah.
then delivering that exceptional service that comes with membership at a private practice. So, yeah, absolutely. You mentioned at the beginning about having a belief. So you and your Thomas are owning the practice, and it's having that belief right from the top, isn't it? And that filtrating down to the rest of the team. And I think that is absolutely key to growth, and the whole team buying into the membership and sort of taking it forward. Would you agree that that's sort of part of your strategy?
Yeah. But because when we were associates, we had plan patients, but we never really know much about it, and we didn't really, you'd be reluctant to talk about it. You didn't. Yeah, we just kind of it was just ticking over the plan. And it wasn't until I went to some events, and also you being to a practice informing about the benefit of having a plan in the practice. We started kind of really believing it, and I think by buying the practice and starting with that, everybody was on board, and we just got on with it. And I think, like you said, the principals need to share with associates, because our principal did not share with us any information about it. So you get scared. You don't know what you're talking about. So I think that is a key, definitely.
Absolutely. And we've touched on the team. How important do you feel that everybody's role is within the practice? Because I feel that everybody in the team has a part to play when it comes to your membership growth, because there are so many elements to the patient journey, aren't there? So do you feel that every member of your team plays an integral part in achieving that growth?
I mean, especially the associate, the providers, and reception, the front of house. And we regularly talk about it in meetings. So about the progress, the growth numbers, and we really want them to be involved all across the team. And our reception team is amazing. They with the communication before the patient comes to the practice, with emails, phone calls. There's a lot of back and forth. So I mean, they're doing a great job. And then, of course, in the surgery, we have taught our associates to, you see a new patient, you promote the plan, you talk about the plan, you kind of recommend, like a prescription, which plan is good for them. And then the reception follows up, and then either sign up there and then, or just send the links home, or we got the QR code now. And then,
that's so good.
So it just works really, really well.
That's fabulous. What do you feel about the culture in the practice? Would you say, because some of what you've discussed there, it feels like, and I know that it is really part of your culture, that membership is the default, isn't it? It's creating that, it's having membership as a default, but having the right people on the bus, having the right culture at the practice, and everyone really getting on board with positivity, understanding what your vision and goals are, to be able to then sort of deliver the end result.
And I think we really like a confident, happy, caring team, and I think everybody believes in it. So everybody understands that the patient are very important for us, because it's our bread and butter. And by being on the plan, and having this big membership plan that we have, it secures income to the practice, the staff. We can do more things, invest in things. So I think it's huge that everybody's on board, and we just have to be. And I think you also, if you are a certain way, you will also attract the right clientele that fits you. And we try to just be really health orientated and caring.
Absolutely. And I think from the patient point as well, I know how well and how good you are at giving the patient the information prior to their appointment, so they actually feel informed and knowledgeable even before they step through the door. So that when you do have a chat to them about the membership, or they're given that clinical recommendation, they kind of know what it is you're talking about, so they can understand it better to be able to then sign up there and then on the day.
Absolutely.
And then just to touch on again, you mentioned the QR codes. I mean, we've got the in-practice sign up, haven't we? And we've had at home. And now we have the QR codes, which is fabulous because patients can just zap the QR code at the desk, sit in the waiting area. It takes a couple of minutes. If there's a question, you're there, but you know when they walk out the door, they've signed up and they're on the membership.
Yeah, exactly. I think the home sign up can sometimes be needed to follow up because
Yeah,
especially if they booked in for a treatment
yeah,
and with the discount
yeah,
and then they haven't signed up, then we follow that up
yeah.
and say, well, actually, if you haven't signed up, the next time you have to pay for as a private.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'd agree. I always say to my practices, try to do it in practice with the patient, because I think that's when they want to have a chat with you and ask any questions face to face. And I think when you lose them out the door, if they haven't signed up there and then, it's that chase up for the team, but also as a patient, it's it goes on the back burner a bit, and life happens, and you don't end up going on
exactly.
and signing up. So it
Yeah.
was a really useful tool through COVID, of course.
Mm.
But I think the best way is to do it in practice. Some of my practices say it works really well for them. So I think, it's there if people want to try and test it. But I think the best way is in practice with somebody, a member of the team, or using those QR codes, which is just making life so much more easier on the
Yeah,
front desk
definitely.
and for the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just want to pick up also the fact that you were saying about the associates, because it's a team effort, isn't it? And I think
It's
you have to feel included, and you have to feel informed, and you have to see the value financially as well from a dentist point as to how you're going to benefit from membership.
yeah,
And as we know, if you're off for whatever reason and that surgery chair is empty, that secure
exactly.
income stream is guaranteed, isn't
Yeah.
it? And yeah,
I wonder if
absolutely.
some people might find it, if you have private patients paying for every time you come,
Yeah,
you earn that day. I mean, I could have a day with checkups all day, and I'm like,
yeah,
it looks like I haven't earned anything.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think you have to it's a different thinking. It's you
yes,
can't. Yeah, the
yeah,
money's still coming in because if you have a holiday, it's coming
yeah,
in. So it's a different
yeah,
way
yeah,
of
yeah.
thinking, I think.
Yeah, it's seeing the long-term benefits
Yeah,
as well, isn't it?
definitely.
That
Yeah.
actually, we've done studies with some practices to evidence that patients on plan compared to pay as you go, they come in more often for a dental health check, twice as much to see the hygienist, and they
Yes.
bring in more income overall than a pay as you go. Because a lot of the time the associates assume, oh, they come every 6 months. I know they do, but actually when you do the number crunching, or look at the data, it's
Yeah.
every 9 months, every 12
Yeah.
months. It's not
Yeah.
always as regular as you think.
No,
But
it's
obviously,
not.
if they're on the plan, you're getting that guaranteed income
Mm.
for that frequency that you've recommended.
Mm.
Marvelous.
It's good.
So how do you feel Practice Plan have supported you? Because we've just mentioned previously that you've hit the 2,500 mark now. So you've got 2,500 patients on plan. Let us know how many dentists do you have in your surgery? So that 2.5, who's that between?
We have four dentists, but
Yeah,
three of them do 2.5 days, and I
yeah,
do 4 days. So
brilliant.
it's almost two full times, isn't it?
Yeah. That's fabulous.
Mm.
Do you feel that Practice Plan have given you the support that you've needed to be able to grow to that number? Because that is quite a stretch from 900 to 2,500. So
Yeah. But yeah, I think definitely because when we get new staff in, then of course you Amy has helped us a lot with the catch up. You go through the plan and the benefits with the new staff, and I think that will also make them more confident to talk about it. So that's been really valuable.
brilliant.
And then also with when you go to events, the
Yeah,
courses you get to learn and get to know you and the other
yeah,
team of the practice plan. And I think we've had so much support from Practice Plan over the years. And
fabulous.
we could have done it without you.
Oh, thank you, Ulrika. And I know we had recently a virtual practice management session, and your
So,
practice manager attended that, didn't
yeah,
she? And I
yeah.
think those are the kinds of things that it's so important to take part in the networking opportunities that we provide, the little regional events, the workshop tour. I know you
Mm,
come to the workshop. All of those things help, I think, to sort of
absolutely.
continuously
Yeah.
keep it at the forefront, keep it as your default option, and keep everybody, like you say, the new people and existing, just refreshed on the offering, the value, the benefits. It's a winning formula.
I mean, it's a huge investment. You have to invest in the leaf. in practice plan, and you have to invest in going to these events and learn more, and like introduce more new things. You have to invest it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's been an absolute privilege and pleasure to work with you over the years, Ulrika. Thank you so much for chatting to us. Really appreciate it. Thank you.